So when we are estimating cube roots, we really need to have some standards to work with. So you need to know your perfect cubes. Now, by memory, I think it's by grade 8, we really should know up to there. Okay, up to 4 cubed is 64. We probably should be familiar with these, but sometimes, if you have to go to a calculator for these ones, it's not too bad. But if we have 1 cubed equals 1, the cube root of 1 equals 1. 2 cubed is 8. The cube root of 8 is 2. 3 cubed is 27. The cube root of 27 is 3, etc. Okay, so we want to make sure that we know our cubes, perfect cubes and cube roots, because that then allows us to have some standards which we can use to estimate. So I put these on a number line. On the top is the cube root scale. Along the bottom is the whole number scale. Okay, so if I want to know where cube root of 24 is, well, I know that it's got to be bigger than the cube root of 8. So the side length on the bottom here, to get a side length, to get a volume of 24, I have to have a bigger volume than 8. But I also have to have a smaller volume than 27. So it's got to be in here. So my side length has got to be between 2 and 3. So I'm just going to kind of put anywhere in between is going to be good enough as an estimate. So cube root of 24 is going to be right about there. And when I put that into my calculator, if I do cube root of 24 on my calculator, I'm going to end up with a decimal value of 2.88. Yeah, that is about right. Yeah, it's going to be in between 2 and 3. And as an estimate, we really just need to be in between those whole number references. And our calculator is going to confirm that. So for cube root of 51, we know it's got to be a bigger cube than 27, smaller cube than 64. So our side length has to be between 3 and 4. So I'm going to put that somewhere in here. Cube root of 51. And then I'm going to check that on my calculator. The cube root of 51 is going to be about 3.71. 0.8 something, but and we know it continues. I'm going to round that to about 3.71. The cube root of 100, okay, well, it's not the square root, so it's not going to be 10. We know the cube root of 100 is going to be somewhere in here between cube root of 64 and cube root of 125. When I check it on my calculator, I'm going to check it on my calculator here. Cube root of 100 is going to be 4.64 about. Okay, and then cube root of 180, well, we know that it has to be between these two whole numbers. The side length has to be between 5 and 6. So there's where cube root 180 would lie. And then when I actually do cube root of 180, my calculator is giving me back 5.6, about 65 when I do that. Okay, so we need to be able to estimate. Here I use the calculator to just check my answers and make sure they're on the right place on the number line. Okay, oh, I put the cube roots on that number line and not instead of this one on the bottom, but hopefully you get the idea.